What's going on, YouTube? Hitman X. Make sure y'all hit that like and hit that sub. Show your boy. So I just woke up, man. Been on the road all night, man. We in Oklahoma City right now. So I figured I'd do a future of the Oklahoma City Thunder video. So yeah, man. Oh yeah, and y'all make sure y'all tune in later on tonight, man. I got something special for y'all boys. But as far as OKC goes, man, right now they don't have too much cap space to operate unless they make trades. Um, yeah, they got a lot of cap hit holes. They got Andre Robeson on a $10 million salary. They got Dennis Schroeder. I mean, they got a lot of cap holes. If I'm OKC, I'm sticking pat with what you have. I mean, you have a championship contender team, in my opinion. Right now, as it is, you have a championship contender team right now, as it is. So if I'm OKC, I don't make any moves, no drastic moves. Really, you can't make any moves anyway until 2021. But yeah, OKC, man, they just, in my opinion, need to work on chemistry. You know, it's still a lot of fine tuners like Russell Westbrook, man. All these turnovers and crazy ass shots you shoot. And he's doing a lot better this year, but like his patterns, man, I don't know, man. We haven't seen him in the playoffs yet, so you know, I wouldn't hold my head on what he's doing in the regular season because we all know it changes in the playoffs. Once he gets in the playoffs, he goes to Superman mode, you know. And that's one thing about Russ that always pisses me off. I'm like, you know, like let other people do something. You know, let Paul George do something. He's doing it this year, but we need to see that in the playoffs. You know, let Paul George do something. Take the load off your back. You know, you ain't got to carry it all the time, man. Yeah, let somebody else do it. You know, let Paul George do his thing. Even though he disappeared in the playoffs last year too. Look, we ain't gonna have that same energy this year. You know, this year's a new year. We're gonna take the championship. That's what's gonna happen. My Phoenix Suns, listen, my Phoenix Suns ain't going to the playoffs. Let's be realistic. So I got to go to my playoff team. I got to focus on my playoff team now. You know, like everybody has a primary and a secondary team, unless you're a bandwagoner. My primary team is the Phoenix Suns. My secondary team is Oklahoma City Thunder. So this around the time where I start focusing more on Oklahoma City since Phoenix is out the playoffs. We're out the picture. So let's get it, OKC. Paul George, man, I need you to show up in these playoffs, man. I need you to show up. You can't be pulling no disappearing acts. Hopefully, Andre Robeson makes a return soon, sometime before the playoffs. That way you could, knock off the rust before you get to the playoffs. Because we don't want you coming in the middle of the playoffs and throwing off all the chemistry. So, yeah, man. I mean, other than that, I like the Dennis Schroeder acquisition. I know a lot of people say OKC has a weak bench or they don't like their bench, but in my opinion, man, they got one of the better benches in the league. You got Markieff Morris coming off the bench. You got Dennis Schroeder coming off the bench. I mean, and imagine when Andre Robeson come back. Then you have Terrence Ferguson coming off the bench. I mean, that's one of the better benches in the league, if you ask me. But that's all I got, man. Hitman X. Hit that comment section. Let me know how you feel about this, man. I'm out.